Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the launch of Daring to Shift, where we place women at the center of inclusivity. We're delighted to have you here today, and I will be speaking a bit about Daring to Shift and also giving an opportunity to our young leaders to share with you the experience they have had with Digital Opportunity Trust. When Kenya began its operations in 2005, being digital then was walking to a cyber cafe to send an email. The cost of data was high. Smartphones were not yet in Kenya. And we were getting online to get on High Five, Where Are You Now? I don't know if you can remember all those. And the only way to upload data or to share data was through a floppy disk. That's what we knew as digital. And here we are, 14 years later, through the support of the Government of Canada and MasterCard Foundation, has mobilized 520 young facilitators across 26 counties in Kenya who have trained and coached over 105,000 young people, empowering youth to take charge of their transformation through harnessing the potential of ICT. We still believed in digital then, we still believed in ICT then, and here we are 14 years later, being even more digital. And Kenya has been able to achieve this through building long-standing partnerships with over 300 community-based partners, private sector and public sector. Some of our partners include county governments, the Kenya National Library Service, community and faith-based organizations, Kenya Red Cross Society, Ujima Foundation, and many others who I cannot name here, but we thank for all their continued support in helping us reach youth at grassroots levels and engage with communities all around Kenya. Now, Kenya is known as one of the leading nations in smartphone penetration, and the government has been a leader in digital transformation, including launching a digital blueprint. And I'm sure Nadia is going to tell us more about this. However, there still exists a great gap in ICT that excludes youth and women, especially because barriers such as high cost of devices, high cost of internet access, and lack of digital skills, ICT skills for business and job creation is lacking among them. These barriers have further been magnified by the COVID-19 pandemic, where young people have been affected by multiple shocks, such as disruption to their education, training, employment, and it's even more challenging now than before to find a job. However, Mozilla has found that one of the reasons why one of the motivations for young people acquiring a smartphone is to get on social media, so the power of social media. But a lot of these people who get on social media then do not understand the immense opportunities that are available online on digital spaces, which is why Digital Opportunity Trust is taking initiative to bridge the gender-digital divide, to build resilience, and support economic inclusion among young and unemployed people. With a focus of young women, 70% of the targeted audience will be young women. Our project is going to support youth and women with tools and skills to identify and utilize and harness the transformational power of technology. They will use this information and knowledge to harness employment opportunities, increase their business success, and thereby increase their incomes, sustain livelihoods, and transform their communities. Now, let me tell you a short story about the power of digital. I have never met Nadia face-to-face. However, I do follow her on social media because she inspires me by all the projects she has done, being the youngest cabinet assistant, the chief secretary. So I do follow her on social media. And I sent her a direct message on Instagram and told her I'd be interested in having her attend the launch of Daring to Shift. Can you imagine, within 30 minutes, she had responded, shared her email details, and everything was done online. That is the power of digital. But I will not share more stories. I will let Rachel and the team show you a video of young people inspiring change within their communities. Thank you and good afternoon.
privileged to have the Acting High Commissioner of Canada to Kenya, His Excellency David Da Silva, to talk more about their commitment to supporting projects focusing on women and youth. Welcome, His Excellency.
Thank you very much, Rachel. And you're right, Canada is very, very proud to put women and girls at the heart of everything that we do, both domestically, but also abroad. Good afternoon, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and particularly the youth of Kenya. I'm super pleased to join you today for the launch of DOT's Daring to Shift project in Kenya. I'm sure you'll all agree with me that the economic downturn caused by COVID-19 has caused young people, and particularly women, to see their economic prospects decline. Access to opportunities in the job market are fewer and fewer, and indeed, youth are often among those who face the greatest hardships during this very difficult period. So that's why I'm so delighted that DOT is using digital transformation to support the economic participation and improve the resilience of young men and women. This is the right thing to do at the right time to do it. Young people need opportunities, and digital opportunities, especially in a world that is rapidly changing, is the way to go. Personally, I love the term daring to shift. It's a clever choice of words that fits well with a youthful state of mind. In recent history, we've seen many examples of significant social change and social movements that started from youth. This is true because young people fundamentally question old ways, and they question old beliefs, and they try to look at how to create an environment that meets their goals, their objectives, and their hopes for the future. In this case, and for this generation, this often refers to green growth, equitable growth, inclusion, and creativity. To be able to bring about real and positive change, young men and women need to feel empowered. They need to feel like they're in control of their lives, and this project, Daring to Shift, provides opportunities for that kind of autonomy and that kind of leadership. The Government of Canada is super thrilled to support this new 4-year project in partnership with DOT. The project is fully aligned with Canada's feminist international assistance policy that puts women and girls at the heart of development assistance programming. Daring to Shift is going to help to reduce the unequal access of women to digital tools and economic opportunities by increasing their digital literacy and creating safe spaces for women and girls online as content creators and leaders in the digital economy. The project places a special emphasis on women entrepreneurs' access to programming, promotes women's role in leadership and decision-making, enhances the enabling environment for them, and expands gender-responsive technical capacities. Development challenges demand fresh thinking and renewed vision, and DOT's youth-led engagement model captures the enthusiasm and the digital talent of today's youth, recognizing the immense contributions that they bring and can bring to their communities and to the world around them. In addition, Global Affairs Canada's partnership with DOT provides an opportunity to showcase Canadian digital technology, business and entrepreneurship knowledge transfer. Canada works hard to champion youth engagement and leadership on both domestic and international stages and supports practical global action in the creation of jobs and business opportunities for both the unemployed but also the underemployed youth in order to reduce global poverty. During this time of crisis, it's more important than ever to enhance the resilience and economic inclusion among unemployed and underemployed young men and women and their communities through partnerships like Daring to Shift. Canada is determined to work with all of you towards the attainment of sustainable goals for youth. We are delighted that DOT is a longtime partner of the Canadian government, and we are pleased to be working with DOT Kenya on this super important project. I wish you and your team a very successful project implementation, and I look forward to hearing about the impact of this project in Kenya. Asante sana.
Digital Opportunity Trust Kenya is here today because of a visionary, the founder and CEO, Janet Longmo, who since 2001 has dedicated her time to promote recognition for youth as an untapped source of creativity, energy, and talent. She is a passionate believer in the power and potential of young people as catalysts for positive global change, and works tirelessly to promote the meaningful engagement of youth for a resilient and inclusive future economy. We take this opportunity to welcome her to talk about the Daring to Shift project and how it aligns with DOT's vision. Welcome, Janet Longmore.
Thank you very much, Rachel, and good afternoon to everyone. I can feel the energy, even though I am not with you physically. I am just so delighted to be here today, and I extend my deepest welcome and my thanks to Ms. Nadia Ahmed Abdallah, the Chief Administrative Secretary of the State Department of Innovation and Youth. And yes, I've checked out your website. We all should. So thank you for your energy and your leadership as a force for change. You are an inspiration to many. Mr. David Da Silva, our Acting High Commissioner, the Canadian High Commissioner to Kenya, thank you for joining us today, and also for your very inspiring and supportive words. We're delighted, as always, to partner with Canada in this effort. The Board of Directors of Digital Opportunity Trust Kenya, thank you for being with us today. Mr. Peter Mwangi, Ms. Rose Mambo, and Ms. Nangari Mwangi. And of course, to all the many, many, many young people from Kenya and beyond who have joined us today. It is just, again, so wonderful to be here. The video was so upbeat, and I could, feel the beat of the drums, and I was reminded of being in Kenya for the 10th anniversary and actually danced on stage with the then High Commissioner, and it was very uplifting. So Kenya holds a very, very special place in the DOT network. Beyond its reputation for being a very digital hub in East Africa, which I think is due to the very tech-savvy young people in the country, Kenya also brought to DOT the idea of the peer-to-peer model of change. It was at our vision workshop in 2006, where we had the ministers of ICT and education, young people, our founding partners, all together. And Kenya proposed the concept of testing out the youth-led approach, recognizing the huge value of peer learning and the role young people can play in supporting each other to build digital skills and achieve their potential. And so this is now rolled out across the entire DOT network and very much speaks to our early days of the vision of youth-led change. We are here to celebrate the launch of Daring to Shift, Young Women at the Center of Economic Inclusion. But first, I wanted to take some time just to recognize what really has brought us together, the higher principles we share, the changes we want to lead. We share a vision of an equitable and inclusive society. We share a commitment to intentionally address the digital divide. We will ensure that girls, women, and marginalized groups have equal access to opportunity and technology. We share a belief in the potential of young people to lead positive social and economic change in their communities. DOT's work has provided the evidence that young people will seize the opportunities and expect nothing less. We share a belief in the power of technology to unlock this talent and bring all people into the digital economy. And most of all, we know that we cannot do this alone. We share a commitment to partnerships, to building the trust that must underpin collaboration. And indeed, we've actually seen these principles and beliefs come together for all of us during the pandemic and the impact it's had. We have come together, we have helped others less fortunate. We have used technology. Our street teams are out across all DOT countries, leveraging technology, bringing new innovation to sustain essential services, online learning, all of this against unprecedented changes to our behaviors and our communities. Moving on, I'd like to thank so much. Esther talked about the many partners that have supported us, both DOT and DOT Kenya. And there are others I would like to recognize and thank for supporting our work with Kenyan young women and men and in East Africa. of course, Global Affairs Canada, the MasterCard Foundation, under the leadership of a woman I truly respect, Rita Roy, the British Council, the UK Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, the African Centre for Women, Information and Communications Technology, the National Gender and Equality Commission, among many others. It is truly uplifting to see these organizations leading the connection of women to technology and to equality. We heard from Esther about the impact Kenya has had over the past many years, and of that over 100,000, to know that 52,000 were young women who have been supported and impacted. And I'm delighted that we have Ruth and Ishmael and Jan here to share their compelling stories of impact today. And I want to extend my deepest thanks to Esther, Gathigi, and the entire Kenya team for the work that you are doing, for how you've grown the organization, expressed the brand, and contributed to your peers in the region and throughout the network. And with Daring to Shift, Kenya and with our partners, we'll continue to scale this impact, bringing young women into the center of social and economic growth, reaching vulnerable communities and refugees, developing new partnerships, shifting the mindset as to how young people look at empowerment, shifting the mindset as to how the government and the public approach and respect the potential of young people, shifting the mindset as to how young women express themselves as a positive force for change in society, and staying true to the youth-led model, youth as social entrepreneurs, digital innovators, community change makers. And we love the name Daring to Shift as well. And it speaks, as you said, Your Excellency, to the mindset of young people. Daring to Shift is a 4-year program across 9 countries in Africa and the Middle East. Over 43,000 young people, with an emphasis on young women, will gain digital skills, digital jobs, and develop digital businesses. Following DOT's peer-to-peer learning approach, 1,200 youth will be empowered to lead this impact as change agents in their communities. And thousands more Kenyan young women and men will participate in the program, joining their peers across the continent. Emerging as role models and community leaders, the ripple effect will be enormous. I opened my remarks by stressing the principles that bring us together today. And it is through these principles and beliefs that DOT is inspiring the next generation of young women as innovators. It is by leveraging digital technology that we can accelerate our progress towards gender equality. With Daring to Shift, we will build a digitally savvy workforce that can seize the opportunities in the new world of work. I close by thanking everyone for the respect and the support that they have accorded our work as led by Kenya. And my thanks again to all the young people who are with us today and how you will engage in Daring to Shift. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet, for those very good remarks. Isn't it great to gain an understanding of DOT and its vision from the founder? I would like to highlight what you mentioned about how DOT puts women at the center of inclusive growth. Welcome, Jan.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jan. I'm from Western Kenya. I'm a 2018 DOT alumni. I'm happy to be here, and this is my story.
Hello everyone, my name is Jan Awor, a 2018 DOT alumni. I'm from Western Kenya, Kisumu County. I'm the CEO and founder of Jakinda Cleaners, a company that provides professional cleaning services in Kisumu County. When I first joined DOT, I had a business idea, but right now I run my own company. Before I joined Young Leadership Program, I didn't believe I could make my business idea come to life. But through the training, I was able to bring my vision to life through the skills and mentorship I received during the program. Through the Young Leadership Program, I learned how to become a leader. and an entrepreneur who impacts the community no matter how young I may be. I believe that change is a core to growth, and this is why I choose to embrace it. Jacinda Cleaners runs wholly online. This is because no matter the have to pay rent challenge, Dot taught me how to make use of the digital platform, which no matter what, I could still reach out to my community and my customers. You can visit our website www.jakindacleaners.com and also find us in social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter handles at Jacinda Cleaners. When I began this company, I envisioned a community where young people and women lead a dignified life. This vision is now growing significantly, and my hope is that in the coming few years, we can develop a greater impact while enabling more young people in Kisumu slums and even across Kenya access opportunities that have the power to transform their lives. I take this opportunity to thank Digital Opportunity Trust for igniting my dreams for my community, through which I am able to transform lives and make better my community. Thank you, Dot, for being part of this journey.
Welcome, Ishmael.
Okay. My name is Ishmael Murihe. I am the founder of Mswahili Electrical Services based in Mombasa. And I am a 2018 alumnus Digital Opportunity Trust. And here is my story. My name is Ishmael Murihe Mwanje. I am the founder of Mswahili Electrical Services based in Mombasa, and I am also a Digital Opportunity Trust youth. At Mswahili Electrical Services, we do offer electrical maintenance, electrical installation, we do mount TV on walls, and we do also install DSTV cables on walls at a pocket-friendly prices. Before I started Mswahili Electrical Services, I had no idea of how to start a business, how to run a business, and how to manage my finances. But since I joined DOT in 2018, I was able to learn how to start a business, how to run my business, and how to manage my finances. I've been able to recruit 17 youths around my community. Some are unskilled and some are skilled. 3 of them are girls and the rest 14 are boys. The knowledge and experience that I gained from Digital Opportunity Trust has enabled me to earn a living, and even the youth that are around me also, they can earn a living through sharpening their skills and also through the hard work that they are putting. Thank you, Dot Kenya. Thank you for your support. Thank you for standing by me. Thank you for the tools that you gave me. They have really helped me to earn an extra money. God bless you.
Welcome, Ruth.
Thank you, Rachel. My name is Ruth Kaveke. I'm from the coastal region of Kenya, that is Mombasa, and this is my story.
My name is Ruth Kaveke from the coastal region of Kenya, that is Mombasa. I'm a web developer, co-founder and executive director of Pwani Techno Girls. Pwani Techno Girls is an initiative that I started together with my co-founders when we were still studying technology at the university. And we realized that in our class, we were only 6 in a class of 60. Only 6 of us were girls. This really pushed us to be able to do something to see more women participating in technology career. So we started by training girls from high school in the coastal region. And after they finished their high school, we realized that girls from humble background who are not able to continue with their university education, specifically those who are passionate with technology, could not proceed. So we decided to come up with a program called Code Hack, where we are able to keep them with employable technology skills so that they're able to contribute to the growing digital economy. I'm glad to say that so far since we started, we've equipped over 5,000 girls and young women, not only in the coastal region, but across 6 counties in Kenya. I am an alumni of DOT program through the Social Enterprise Program that I participated in 2017. Prior to participating in the program, Pwani Techno Girls had challenged to be able to maintain and also sustain the work that we do beyond grants. And I'm very happy that through the DOT program, I was able to acquire skills to be able to initiate affordable paid classes, that is in web development, mobile development, and computer essentials. This has really gone a long way to be able to help us sustain the impactful work we do of equipping girls and young women, and has also given us the confidence to be able to start our own space to create a safe space for girls and young women in the coastal region, where they're able to come and learn and receive mentorship. I would like to take this opportunity to thank DOT for the opportunities that they gave us to be able to participate in the program, and I also want to encourage youth to be able to participate in DOT programs and also other programs that will not only create opportunities for us as young people, but also to help us be able to transform the communities that we live around.
My name is Victor, and I'm the program manager for DOTS Kenya. I'm just going to take you through the benefits of D2S, or what we hope will be the benefits to everybody else. So starting off with this, youth, young women at the center of inclusive growth. I don't know if I can really say much about this. It looks like His Excellency, the ambassador, has spoken very well about it. I don't even know what to add, but I will try and add on it. So I think this is the right time for us to continue recognizing that if you empower a woman, you empower a nation. And here, if I might just quote a few of the people that have been transforming the gender space. Let's start with America, the Vice President of America currently, WTO Director General. I personally I admire the Scandinavian leaders. Most of them are young women, but taking the country to great heights. There's Germany, which has been there for a long time. And then there's coming back home to Kenya. Just as of yesterday, we got our first female Chief Justice, who is also deputized by a female Deputy Chief Justice. So I think we're on the right track. And if I might end by quoting Kofi Annan, who said, and I quote, "The empowerment of women is the most effective tool for development." So I think DOT and our partners are on the right track. So about Daring to Shift, as Janet has highlighted, it's a 4-year program. It started in 2019 and will be culminating in 2023. We shall be placing women at the center of inclusive growth by offering them digital knowledge, tools, and skills to help them become innovators in their communities and create that impact. And this will be encased in the networks that we offer to make sure that we offer them enabling environments for holistic growth. Global Affairs Canada. I don't know where to begin. First, let me just thank GAC for believing in Janet, and by extension, the 9 countries that are actually taking up Daring to Shift this time round. Also, I just want to commend GAC again, because the last program that we had, Digital Livelihoods, was also a 4-year program that was supported by GAC. So thank you, GAC. Thank you, the people of Canada, and we thank you all in support of our endeavors. The project design and implementation. So the contract was signed in November 2019, but in January we started the workshop. In March we had more functional teams and workshop that did some refining of the project activity and address some cost-cutting themes. From July, we did our co-design. We sent out some questions to some of the potential partners. We did a market assessment, and we also managed to pilot some virtual training. And then we're hoping now in June, we shall be able to kick off by starting off with the baseline studies. D2S has 5 outcomes, 5 major pillars. The first one is social entrepreneurs. We shall aim to produce 15 social entrepreneurs at the end of the project. At the end of this also, we shall have 28 street team members. I will talk about that in a little while. 140 community leaders. These are the young people who, for me, I consider them to be the bloodline of DOT and the ambassadors that represent DOT. You might not be able to see all of us in the field, but these are the people you'll be seeing in the field, actually with the boots on the ground delivering our program. And this 140 will, at the end of it, of the project, be able to give us 12,400 direct beneficiaries. And on top of that, we shall manage 22,000 indirect beneficiaries. So the first track is social entrepreneurship. And as I mentioned, we shall be advertising shortly and accept 60 of them in the prototype stage. Then they will distill down to 40 to have the most viable product phase. And then 25 will be joining accelerators across the country. So we'll be partnering with a lot of accelerators, as many as we can find in the country, to make sure that these 25 or above 25 manage to get into the accelerators. And then at the end of it, we shall end up with 15 operational social entrepreneurs. And these social entrepreneurs will end up benefiting over 3,000 beneficiaries in the community. The second track is the business plus ICT track. This is the first time we are undertaking such a track. Where we target people with already existing businesses, and all we are going to do when they come in is convince them and show them that with the use of ICT and digital tools, they will be more efficient, more proficient, and at the end of it, increase their profits by over 20%. The other track is digital jobs, and this is in 2 levels. Level 1 will cover basic ICT and financial skills, and we're hoping with the outcome of this, most of them will get gainful employment or even end up starting a job. Level 2 will be the more intensive kind of training and a high-grade kind of training, which will cover website development, social media, and data analytics. The total number of the jobs that we are going to create out of this will be 2,100, and 60% of our participants should be employed in digital-enabled jobs. So the community leaders. These are the youth, the interns that we employ. We take in to the program for 1 year, and then they deliver all those big numbers that I mentioned earlier. So for digital jobs level 1, we shall have a total of 10 of them, giving us 1,300 jobs. Digital level 2, we shall have 15 of them, giving us 800 jobs. This is because this is more intense, the web development, as Ruth has mentioned. And then finally, the digital businesses, which is the highest track, giving us 10,300 digital businesses. And this will be done by 115 youth leaders. So these youth leaders, we usually go out into the field, into all those 5 regions that we are present, recruit them from that region, and then redeploy them in the same region. The reason for this is that they are better placed to understand the nuances of their community, the language, and any cultural happenings they'll be able to adopt quickly as compared to another youth coming from Nairobi and being posted somewhere else where they've never been cohabiting in the last whatever, for as long as they've been alive. So we prefer putting them back to where they came from. All these youth leaders during their program, we offer them professional training because we know at the end of that 1 year, they have to exit DOT, and we are hoping that they will go out there and make use of the skills that they've learned. So we help them with their CV creation, how to do presentations, how to apply for the jobs, and we hope that they will get those jobs. So in total, the jobs that we'll be creating will be 12,400, and 80% of all the DOT participants will be engaged in this. Street teams. This is a program that started late last year. We've had 2 tracks so far, 2 cohorts so far. It is a 4-month program. The first 2 cohorts were supported by MasterCard. So we took cohort 1, we had 13 participants, where 7 were female, 6 were male. And cohort 2, we had 7 females and 3 male. Third cohort will be girls in ICT. This is the only one that for this time will be supported by ITU. As we've mentioned, we really like working with partners, and even Janet has highlighted not only MasterCard Foundation and GSC, we like partnering with as many people as we can, provided we have that dual commonality of what we are pursuing. So what do they get from this 4-month training? They get one-to-one virtual coaching. And for this coaching, our director down in South Africa, Tony, brought to us Coach Africa, which is helping us now to make sure that we coach these young street team members to better improve on their initiatives. Then on top of that, there's customized learning opportunities. They'll be given about $250 worth of training, and they can pick any course that they want. And then there's also some gender training and connections to peer group while using our platform Inojo. And then finally, we shall be giving them grant money to better improve their initiatives in whatever initiative they'll be undertaking. So in Kenya, as we mentioned before, we divided Kenya into 5 regions. So the 5 regions are, as you can see, they're highlighted there, and we have over 300 partners. This is a new project. We have to go back to our partners and find out if first they're still operational. Some of them, as you can see, YMCA, Kenya Red Cross, Kenya National Libraries, these are very big, some of them international or local NGOs. They'll be still open, but most of them will have to go back and really find out post-COVID, are you still able to operate as you did? Because even us, we've taken a different kind of outlook in the way we operate. So this is the last slide, and I want to thank you, all of you guys, for joining our meeting today, and hoping that we shall be meeting each other very soon.
Now, without further ado, let's welcome Nadia Abdallah, youngest Chief Administrative Secretary, passionate about women and ICT, and currently a champion for the Kenyan Imimi campaign, an initiative that empowers youth to occupy leadership spaces and be part of the nation's economic development. She will tell us more about how the government supports projects like Daring to Shift to allow young people to contribute to the digital economy. Welcome, Honorable Nadia.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to everyone. To Mr. David Da Silva, Acting High Commissioner, Canadian High Commission to Kenya, Janet Longmore, Founder and CEO of Digital Opportunity Trust, Country Director, Digital Opportunity Trust Kenya, Esther, ladies and gentlemen, young people, and to everyone else. It is really an honor for me to really deliver the remarks during this important project launch with the special theme, Women at the Center for Inclusive Growth. And let me start by giving a very big congratulations to Digital Opportunity Trust Kenya for this brilliant milestone. Just take you back a bit, I was having problems right now logging in, and it just reminded me how technology and the internet plays such a major role right now, especially during this COVID-19 time. And then seeing all the amazing testimonies done by the young people just shows and proves that we are actually on the right track, and that DOT is actually doing a fantastic job. So for that, congratulations to you all. And furthermore, I just want to commend your organization for your efforts towards providing opportunities that expand the inclusive of women in entrepreneurship and leadership. This is an area in which progress is advancing with the youth agenda, with the women, and it has not been as rapid as expected, despite the existence of clear evidence on how much influence decisions in order to alter this reality. So when you look at women, they are unable to achieve their full socioeconomic potential due to the barriers such as lack of sufficient education and training. It's really important to point out that in times of a global crisis like the present one, nothing is really considered more relevant than actions to promote women as drivers of inclusive growth. And when women are empowered, it gives an opportunity and a chance to exercise their rights, to become leaders, and make use of educational and employment opportunities. And it's so obvious that economies, they grow through this. However, as I said earlier, despite the evidence, when women still lag behind, and it slows down not only the economic growth, but it also kind of puts pressure on the expansion of women's rights, and therefore it's usually a country's development plan. So ladies and gentlemen, it's really important for us to first recognize that in order to promote real, youth empowerment, women empowerment, and enable them to fulfill all their capabilities as drivers of growth and development, a structural change is required to reduce the inequalities, with really special focus on women who are more vulnerable. If we really want to use this potential to strive towards equality between women and men as partners in development, we must empower women to participate in their own development and in that of their communities, because it's very important. And to accomplish this, we must work together, as a community, as a whole, as a system, in order to help promote their capabilities, their talents and energy as best as we can. I'm particularly impressed with the project's 4 thematic pillars that seek to enhance young people, including the young women's employability and leadership skills and the competence that is entailed towards it. This will not only improve their business outcomes, but of course, it will enable them to leverage on technology and identify opportunities that address important socioeconomic challenges needed to improve, their livelihoods and transform their communities as a whole. So as a youth, and youth, especially young women like myself, we face a multitude of challenges, when it comes to securing opportunities in the digital economy, and sometimes it can be really weighing on us. And so strategies such as the ones being launched today will really help us in developing young women and young people's digital skills and build an enabling environment for innovation, for entrepreneurship, and job creation in the digital economy. So I believe, and also as a government, this project will go a long way in providing youth with digital opportunities for the product work that will enable them to drive a fair income, that will enable them to socially integrate and also enable them to protect. And it plays a better prospect for personal development, as well as freedom to express their concerns, freedom to organize, and to participate in the decisions that affect their lives, and equality of opportunities. So by supporting young people, by supporting young women with digital skills, we will indeed be placing them at the center of inclusive development. I'm really glad that the project is informed by the current realities in the country. It places in youth in the broad context of national development, and really emphasizes youth on accessibility and productivity and opportunities to reach their full potential, both as an individual and also as active participants in the society, taking in development initiatives in their own communities. So it's really clear as an expression of the organization's commitment to really harness and optimize the strengths and opportunities that the youth present while addressing personal and structural barriers that affect their productivity, as a whole. And that's really, really very important. And so we therefore, as a ministry, we really welcome this project with open arms. We remain committed to all efforts directed at the realization of the youth and the young women's potential in nation building, while placing them, or placing us, being a youth myself, being responsible to be the ones to value add and drive an agile structure in which development is not really seen as young people being the mere recipients, but it also is seen as a collaborative opportunity between the government and other stakeholders to support it. And one of our mandates, we focus on promoting equal access for both young women and men to these opportunities that contribute to gender equality and socioeconomic empowerment. So ladies and gentlemen, what is happening today is very important. And the inclusion of the Ministry of ICT, Innovation and Youth Affairs is equally important, because we are both drivers of change, we are both enablers, we are both enhancers, and we'll be able to strengthen these structures that both DOT and the government has as a whole. And so, ladies and gentlemen, without talking much, and as I conclude, I just want to reiterate the progress for women is a progress for us all. The progress for young people is a progress for us all. The digital inclusion for young people is a digital inclusion for us all. And giving priority to women is really not an option. It's actually a responsibility. It's actually something that we have to do. And it is an obligation of some sort, if I could diplomatically put it. And so investing in women is more than a matter of rights. It also stands for good economic sense. It also stands for employability. It also stands for empowerment. It also stands for structures. And it also stands as a basis of foundation when it comes to really strengthening the digital divide, strengthening development, and strengthening different progresses. And so development programs for youth must be a combined effort where no one is left behind and every person, male, a female, feel included. It is more needed to achieve a high level of human development for women and youth than ever before. And most of the time, we're impacted by inequality, but I look at it as a challenge and I look at it as an opportunity for us to really build on it and for us to really expand. And what a better way to do it using technology and innovation as a whole. But yet again, we represent a significant opportunity to advance our country's economic growth, which is something that is very important. With the COVID-19 pandemic, we have realized the biggest driver for the economic growth right now are two things: technology and women inclusion and advancement. Of course, not forgetting the young men. So I look forward to really contributing and learning from the discussion of innovation, innovative approach in providing pragmatic solutions to the development of digital skills from the youth, and really address the digital skills gap faced across Kenya by young people from the diverse groups of actors that are present here today. And honestly, it is my hope that we will use these decisions to also evaluate the benefits of equality and the full inclusion of women as drivers of development. I have confidence, I have full confidence that the reflection will give us a rise to concentrate more on the measures and the actions that are geared towards change, which will really promote and support women's participation in the economy as a means of achieving sustainable economic growth, because that's what's important. And before I forget, to everyone listening, I always like saying that no matter what we do, no matter how economic constraining some things are, no matter what we include in our technological advancement, we have to remember something, that Kenya ni mimi, Kenya ni wewe, na Kenya ni sisi sote. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Nadia Abdallah, for sharing with us your remarks on the government support. Now, more often than not, we usually being told as Kenyans that we don't keep time. DOT Kenya committed to an hour for this launch, and by many standards we have delivered. I mean, what an afternoon we've had.